se ua iloa no finanga lo leli o ai se ua pule faatasi mao na e foa I mai na e faia mea uma o oe o lei uma ia vini a oe e whaamabau Falama ile manu e falele, falele, falele. Ayau lulunga tasi e ole fuji e male umele. Tale tangi tau male fa malele. Ai o fola upea ile va atele. Ia so o Samoa maniatu nuese. Velo mai au luli mai. Malifa maavele. Tofa ina la upele. Ole ata fama vai. Ne ingalo lengo ai. O te mana tua pea. Ua sisi fa vai lo tolau fua. Tofa ina soi fua. O eta fefe. Lea fila ua mumu mai le lai tu. Tamata ue. Le tua tane. Fai mai wali pupu. Fai pule sala fai. Solia le fa fifi le mo. Ai fai ni talo sana. Ile mala ua tupu. Ai aua lava le fa tala tu. Nao whanoa. Ile mala wai Samoa. Le a fie pongai mai lo. Savai I ole ato. O mea fa tofo. O wala tau na salamo. Samoa lo tomalo. Fafati mai o ngalu fao aliao. Wangao lo mafingo tau leao. Fa atali timu le nu sa vavau. Ia mana lo mai le sala tingila.
Talofa, Talofa, Talofa lava. Whamanuia atu la sa tofi a te utau umalava o whapena o na awai mai le tātou whasausaunga whaasamoa i le nei afiafi. O lo ingoa o ala talo ma wa ave nei au mahosa le nei show le nei aso. O le nei aso wa whapena o na tātou au lia mai le lua se fulu ma le lima. As yaso o uni. And you can see it's the months and the days are going really fast and really quick. So I wanted to say Talofa, which is in our native tongue, that is hello. And welcome to Fasasonga Fasamoa. We usually have an open platform where we offer an opportunity to let you know of resources, not only that, of the happenings that's going on in our state, and also, some community members that are doing great work in the community. So before we go on to that, I wanted to acknowledge that I am here not for my own self, but I am here because this show is sponsored by Asia Pacific Culture Center. So I have to acknowledge that I wanted to acknowledge that Miss Faluena Pritchard is the reason why I'm sitting behind this desk and talking to you all, because she entrusts me to be the voice and the face of our community in this show. So thank you, Mrs. Faluena Pritchard, for giving me the opportunity and the platform. Second of all, I wanted to acknowledge our great collaboration and partnership with Miss Sylvia Taimi Aho. Auntie Sylvia has been a great resource in the community. She is from the island of Tonga, and she allowed me to represent our Samoan community on this show. So I wanted to thank Auntie Sylvia Taimi Aho for this opportunity. Also, I wanted to acknowledge that the land that we're on does not belong to us. It belongs to our brothers and sisters who are native. So therefore, we are on this land that does not belong to us. So I wanted to acknowledge that it belongs to our native brothers and sisters from Puyallup Nation. So thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to occupy this space, and we will do a great job to be keepers of the land while we occupy it. So those are some acknowledgments that I have. Also, if you woke up today and you breathe fresh air, that means you are alive. So I wanted to thank our Heavenly Father for giving me and blessing me with another day so that I can sit here and talk to you all. So that's all the acknowledgments that I have, but I just wanted to point out that the months are and the days are going by so fast, and there's a lot of happenings because our state is now going to be fully opened in the end of June, I think the beginning of July. So it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm happy, but also I want it to be safe because I heard there's another variant in our state right now. So people, you make your own choice. We cannot tell you, I can't tell you what to do. You make your own choices. But for myself, yes, I got vaccinated. So, and I'm also always wearing my mask when I'm out and about. It's just for precautions. It's not because of anything. I just wanted to protect myself. So if you wanted to mask up, hey, go ahead and do that because it's our choice. This is the beautiful thing about our, this state that we're in and occupy, is that it's our choices. Our choices will keep us safe, and our choices will also, make us sick. So please make sure if you are not comfortable going inside the store without a mask, then you can wear your mask because there's a lot of people that are not vaccinated in our state. So those are some of the things that I have that I wanted to tell you, but some upcoming events for Asia Pacific Culture Center. So this Saturday, which is June 26th, this Saturday, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, there is going to be a free food truck. It is vegetarian, and I know this weekend it's going to be 104 outside. So this will be a good way for you not to cook, but come over to our parking lot at Asia Pacific Culture Center in Tacoma. The address is 4851. We will have the food truck there, and we will give out plates until we run out of food. So usually we give out about 100 150 plates, but we have more food to give out. And on there, on the spot, we will hand you a care package with masks, hand sanitizers in it, and a little treat in it. But that's what we have going on Saturday. Also, Saturday, as you know, there is a Samoan Culture Week coming up. So our meetings is now in person at Asia Pacific Culture Center. So the meeting is from 9 o'clock in the morning. If you want to be part of something big, come check it out. It's always nice to learn, from people that are doing things in the community. Not that I'm saying that you don't know, but it's always nice to learn and to collaborate, because most of us, we wanted to do our own thing. It's okay if you want to do your own thing, but I'm just saying, if you do not want to reinvent the wheel and you want it to be part of something that's already established, come check it out. So Saturday at 9 o'clock, we will be meeting at Asia Pacific Culture Center. So if you want to come and join in, listen in, see what's going on, what's happening on those days, come and find out. It will be a great learning experience for you to be part of something that's going on for our Samoan community in the end of July. Also, Asia Pacific Culture Center is offering vaccines every Wednesday. So if you are looking for a place to get vaccinated, look no more. We offered Pfizer, and we vaccinated. We have a partnership with the Tacoma Public Health to offer vaccines to students 12 years old and up. So if you're looking for a place for your family to get vaccinated, come on down to Asia Pacific Culture Center. The address again, it's 4851 South Tacoma Way, Tacoma, Washington, 98405. Or you can just Google. So we have a lot going on. It's getting busier at Asia Pacific Culture Center because everything is opening up and everybody wants to do luau and performances and, celebration in the summer. So therefore, it's getting busier at our job. So I wanted to say that because it's going to be fun. It's fun in the summer. So we have invitation to the city of Lakewood's 25th anniversary. My job was to find performances to perform at their stage. So it's busy and it's fun. I have the most fun job at Asia Pacific Culture Center. So the city of Lakewoods, we're running their stage of performances. Also this year, do you know the Washington State Fair is opening up? So it is opening up. So there is a Saturday, which is September 11, and we are having a stage for Pacific Islanders only. So we have performances on that. So if you have a performing group, just let me know. I can, find places for you guys to perform at. Also, the military, we have a partnership with the military, both in Olympia and Bremerton, and then Olympia again. So we are having so much fun. I'm having so much fun scheduling performances for all those events. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I don't know about you, but I know for me, I am happy. So if you have a performing groups, whether it's Samoan, Tonga, Fijian, Tahitian, this is your chance. Contact me at 253-383-3900 extension 231. We also have a huge luau coming up on August 28th. So if you would like to, do something, it's always nice to connect. And I'm always looking for performing groups, whether it's Asian or Pacific Islanders. We represented both countries. So yeah, so those are some advertisement and those are some acknowledgments that I have. But today I brought this young lady contacted me on Facebook. I don't know her by I don't personally know her, but the fact that she contacted me because she wanted to volunteer and to be part of what we have going on. Therefore, I invited her last minute to come on and see if we can chat and find out who she is, because most time our people are doing some amazing stuff in the community and we don't know about. So therefore, my job as a culture program manager and then also here on this show is to bring up people that are doing amazing stuff in the community. I know Big Ooze Radio is doing amazing stuff in the community as well. And there's so many Rock the Park, right? Is it Rock the Park? There's a Rock the. It's in a parking lot in Auburn. It's in Auburn Mall, and those people are doing amazing stuff too. I know there's a sister here in Federal Way who's also doing amazing stuff. But Charlene Lewis, I met her. She contacted me on Facebook, and I thought maybe this is a great way to connect with her is by bringing her on and find out who she is and what she do. So she's on Zoom, right? She's on Zoom right now, and let's find out who Charlene is and what village is she from in Samoa. So Charlene, are you on?
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Charlene. Now we finally meet.
Talofa.
So, Talofa. So, can you tell everybody what village in Samoa you're from and just let everybody know who you are and what you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Charlene Lewis. I was actually born in California, but when I was 5, I was raised in between Vailota, Faleata, Matuamua, and Rampuipa. So I lived there for 10 years of my life, in my youth. And I feel like I was fortunate enough to learn a lot from, the culture and being in there. But I did move back in 2000 and I did some traveling cross country in the United States for about 15 years. I traveled state to state and I just came back home. I actually graduated from West Seattle High School in 2003, but I am now a realtor for Coldwell Banker Bain. And I actually chose to get into real estate because I left 15 years ago and did not see, I didn't really, no, we didn't have a big community then. But when I came back, after all the knowledge and experience I went through, I noticed that there was so much of our people that our community had grown. And I see so many of us who work so hard and, actually have made something of themselves, away from the islands, but I don't see many getting into real estate. And I wasn't really sure what it was exactly, but I do know from my own family experience that, while they do speak English and they do, understand, there's a comprehension level when it comes to real estate. And I feel like we get intimidated because nobody's willing to give us that conversation and education. So, and that's why I got into real estate. And but I wanted to ask what you have for volunteering because, in order for me to be a part of the community, I have to be vocal and at least try to connect. So that's the reason why I reach out to you. I see you're very consistent in the things that you do for APICC, and so I figured I'd reach out to you.
Well, thank you. I was so excited when you reached out to me, And that's why I'm like, I was strategizing in my head. I'm like, okay, I gotta bring Irene on because I read your profile a little bit, and I am so glad that you were raised up in the island because
Thank you.
Upolu is so dear to my heart. Although that I was born in American Samoa, but I was raised in Upolu, so I totally, totally can relate to you in that way. Also, I love that you were traveling cross country. So how was that experience like?
I mean, I definitely was amongst everybody else besides Samoan people. So I did feel excluded at times, but um, I don't know. I think the foundation I had growing up in Samoa allowed me to find confidence in my own route. Because, when you don't have a role model per se or a mentor, it's kind of difficult to navigate through life, right? So it was very challenging, but it definitely taught me a lot in life. So I feel like that's the reason why I want to impact more of our people. Most of our, youth, I feel like they get rendered from moving forward because of our cultural barriers. And so I wanted to be that voice to say, hey, like, even though there are things that do render us from accomplishing the goals that we want in our adult life, there is a way for us to impact our culture by modernizing it and also, being vocal about it, because mental health is a big thing now, and people are more aware of it. And while I do love my culture, it definitely does put some restrictions on being able to fully function as a grown adult, so yeah. But traveling was wonderful. I loved it. I would definitely recommend it to any youth who would like to travel. Just have to remind yourself that it costs a lot. Got to
Yes.
work for that part. So
So
yeah.
how were you able to afford traveling if you were traveling cross county? Because I would love to do that, but I would say to myself, and most of the people that would say, "Oh, I can't afford it." That's like the most common thing that you hear from us Pacific Islanders, like, "Oh, I can't afford that." So how did you
It's true.
manage to travel, and where did you travel to?
So I went to college, Northwest University, for first year, and I didn't feel like I fit in. I mean, I was a very studious person when I was growing up. So I was a Dux in year 9 in Apia Middle, and then I made it to Samoa College, and I really got really pissed off that I couldn't finish because I had to move back, because I technically was an overstayer. So I came back in 2000, and then when I went to high school here, I still didn't feel like I fit in, but I was still a studious student. It's kind of like those habits, that they teach you in Samoa. You teach a child that when they're young, they continue to be that person when they grow up because it's like habit, right? So I found myself, I wanted to explore something. So I actually answered an ad in the newspaper for a cool travel job. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I I actually learned how to knock door to door, and I did door to door sales for all those years. It helped me gain money. I also went through some craziness during it because, I don't know if anybody's watched American Honey, but there's a movie out there that pertains to kids who sell magazines door to door. And it's a very terrible depiction of what I did. But it is like that does show a difficult side of being in sales and doing door to door sales. So that's how I gained money, was doing door to door sales. And then I've been to every state except for Alaska, and I'm not really sure if I've been to anywhere around like New England area, but I've been to Rhode Island. I've been to every single state really in this portion of the United States. So, but yeah, that's how I managed to make money. I did manage to live in Indiana, Oklahoma, Florida, and those were really taking a break from doing door to door sales. And
Oh,
so
nice.
that's pretty much it.
So where do you reside now? Are you here locally in Washington?
Yes, I live in Tacoma now. I live in
What?
Tacoma now.
I live in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm participating. Actually came down there for a audition for the fashion show, and so I
You're gonna be
will.
a model? Oh my
But
gosh,
yes, one time.
we're gonna be modeling. We're gonna be modeling too. I'm
Ooh,
gonna model
nice.
too. I'm modeling the plus sizes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yes.
really awesome.
So,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, your story though, um, you are so right. There's a lot of, when it comes to culture, especially the Samoan culture, there's so many restrictions and so many stuff that, but there is a way that we can, because our culture is very respectful.
Yes.
And
I love that.
that part of our culture, I'm grounded in that part. But nowadays with our kids, because they're American born, the struggle is, where then can they find, or where can they, like, meet, the American culture to the Samoan culture. I have four adult kids, so they're very strong-willed. And then actually, this show today um, is dedicated to my oldest daughter. I'm so glad that you brought up the fact about mental health. I was browsing through not Facebook, Instagram, and I saw a posting from her, and it kind of, as a parent, as an Islander parent, your heart hurts when you see something like that, or you see posting like that. So I was really hurt for the fact that I never wanted my kid to be alone when they're going through, like, mental, when they have mental, you know issue.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I read her posting, and I quickly did a check in on her. And so this show tonight, I don't know if she's watching, but I'm actually dedicating this show to her, to my oldest daughter, Rosalia. And I just wanted to say, parents, make sure you check in with your kids, and make sure, because us, I don't know about you, Charlene, but when I was growing up, fe'aus was everything to us. Chores was everything. It's
Yeah.
like everything to us. We wake up,
Yeah.
kaile la pisi piki la
Hmm.
hulu,
Yeah.
and then we go to school
Mafanga
and
mo.
feed the chicken,
Yeah.
sasalevao, aole popo, all
Yeah.
those stuff. And then after school, we came back and we
By
do,
five
it's
point.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it was a training ground for me. It's like we went through military when we were in Samoa, because we have house to do. We have, and then on top of that, you go to school, come home, prepare for the pastor. Kasi yaya o nga fai fe'au sa fai. So for me, I am very grateful for all of that,
Me
because
too.
the Onga Feifeau taught me how to write. The pen My penmanship is really good because
On
of the Onga
point. Yeah.
Feifeau.
That's the
So,
same
and
point I tell my
then
aunt about too.
they teach us Roman numerals. They teach us
Yep.
sui sui. Like how
Yep.
to sew, and how to, like, if there's some torn somewhere, how to take care of that. So that
Yeah.
part of my life, I'm really appreciative of that. But now
Yeah.
here in America, I've seen our kids, and they are so lost in schooling and education. They are so, our kids are, that's English saying, falling through the cracks. Our kids are falling through the cracks, and
Yep.
there's not enough people that look like us in school system who can help our kids. And there's
Exactly.
not enough, that's the missing link, is there not enough village people to come around, like churches. Don't give up on your youth. The school need, all of us need us all to stand behind our kids. But right now, our kids feel, they leave churches because they feel like they don't belong. It's because
Yeah.
they've been judged, and that's the hurt that they carry with them. And then also they show resentment through parents, because
Yeah.
parents are not checking up on on them. So I am so glad we have this conversation today. And I am
Mm.
so glad. I cannot wait to meet you in person. And I am so sorry. I apologize because I haven't sent you all the flyers. But if you want to come in, we are having a meeting tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday at 9
Okay.
o'clock. You can just come in and I can introduce you to the committee, and I can also introduce you because you will fit into the youth empowerment.
That would be lovely. I would love to. The problem is that I actually have overtime that I have to work on Saturday
Okay.
till 11. But
Well,
I
we will
once I'm
have
done at
our
11.
meeting every Saturday. We're
Okay.
having our meeting. So whenever you have a Saturday that you wanted to come in and check out, hey, come on in and check out. Also with the empowerment, you will be a great vendor to talk to the kids because we have college, high school, middle school, and elementary school on that Tuesday, and they will have it at Star Center, and you will be a great vendor. There's so much need of your talent,
Oh,
to be utilized there. Also,
I'm
some
willing.
encouragement to our Samoan women. If you are at home not working, I'm talking to the non-working women's, Pacific Islander women's. If you're not working, you can do something invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Make something, whether it's candy lace or something, but create something. You have two beautiful hands that you can whip up or create something, cook, and then find a place to go deliver lunch to. And if you don't know a place to deliver lunch, our place of work is always looking for people to feed us. So, but invest in yourself and tap into what you're passionate in doing. So I don't know why I'm saying that because I would love for women to come in and we can do a bazaar or something.
That'd be
Be ready
cool.
and get yourself ready for those. Don't just sit at home and just because you're not working doesn't mean that you're the important part of your family. You can not work and take care of your home and then find something that you love to do, whether it's journaling, writing a poem, or don't just rest on your laurels. Expand your territory.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have not done writing notes for your kids, write some notes and slap it in their lunch. When they go to school, they can read your note. Or if your husband is having a hard time, hey, maybe, I don't know, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I'm just saying, be creative and be open to many, opportunities that will enhance your relationship with your kids, with your friends, and most of all, with your husband if you are married. So, talking about you being a realtor,
Yes, ma'am.
have like I have I know I know of many of our Samoan families that are slaved in paying rent
Yes.
because they don't think that they are capable of buying a home. And
Yeah.
I am hearing, well, this is what I hear from my sister. Well, you know what? Uh, Owning a home, it's like not good. And I'm like, what do you mean not good? Oh, because my friend told me this. Listen, if you are paying 2,700 for rent, that
You can
is
pay
the
for a mortgage.
payment of your own house. And that way, you don't have nobody to come and tell you, right, Charlene? You
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
have nobody coming in and tell you how to live,
Yeah.
how many people in your household.
Hmm.
You cannot have dogs,
Yeah.
or you cannot, paint the house. Those are also the pleasant. So, talk about the pros and cons of owning your own home for our Samoan people who's on this presentation tonight.
Okay. Well, first off, with real estate, it's like the best way I can put it in layman terms is that it moves everything. It moves everything. So if you have a stake as an investment in purchasing or owning a real estate, you have the opportunity to look forward to your retirement, to taking care of your children when they go to college. Because when you pay on your house, you purchase a home. Basically, the process is, you purchase a home, you get a loan, you pay on it. But what you're doing is that you're stabilizing your finances. You're putting it into a household that you will maintain. Us Samoans, we're very good at taking care of our homes. Usually, that's how we come up with. That's how we grow up. We have fi'alos all the time. That's what we're taught. We're taught to keulefali. So, but when we take care of our household and we maintain it properly, you have the opportunity, say, in 10 years, instead of paying rent to somebody, that money that you just put in your house, your child says they want to go to this expensive college, and instead of you having to pay money on a loan or them getting a loan that they have to pay later, you can then take the money out of your equity, which is the money that you paid onto your household, and utilize it to pay for that. Now, there's a lot of people who do refinancing, and of course, that does gain you money, but it doesn't necessarily help you in the long run, because all you're doing is, you're taking money out, but you're prolonging your loan, and you're giving somebody an opportunity to take your house from you because you're technically taking money away from yourself. You're putting in money, but the goal is to get to the point where you've paid it off. And now you have, a $500,000 home that you don't have to pay anything on it. All you have to do is pay your taxes every year. And, if something happens, fa'alabilaves, a lot of us have fa'alabilaves, right? And when we have that, when we have real estate, it's something to dip into. It's something to say, oh man, I don't know where I'm going to pay for this, but you have a household, you can actually pull it from there. And to me, it also makes you aware of how to stabilize your finances, because once you start the process of thinking of getting into a home, you get into the idea and concept of saving some money put aside, but the thing is, with us being Polynesians and in Pacifica people, there are actually a lot of resources out there that can provide down payment assistance. Now, the thing is, right now, it is a very unfair seller's market. But if your need is a home, then it's a perfect time to buy a home. But if your need is to sell your home, not a lot of people really do have a lot of homes to sell right now, but that's the thing. That's what we want to get into, is try to take a stake in real estate, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm the only Samoan in my firm, and I'm amongst a bunch of old white guys. And while it's not a problem for me at all, it's just that it shows to me that we have a lot of room to grow as a community. And, and that's what I'm really trying to, endorse here, is to advise our, Polynesians and just our community that owning a home is actually quite feasible. If you work if you've been working every single year with no cutoffs, because I know a lot of Polynesians don't, they work so hard. I know it because all the other people that I talk to, like, is this how your people work? Yes, this is how we work. We work really hard. So, if you put so much money, so much time to gain your money, and, you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 in rent, I suggest you start looking into actually purchasing a home, because it will benefit you in the long run, and not just for you, it will stabilize your entire family. Those type of changes help the generation, That's all.
I am so glad you mentioned that. Whenever something is right, it feels right. And I am so happy to have met you. And I am so happy that we're connected today, because there's so many of our people, even myself, that are enslaved with paying rent. So my next question is, what credit score will qualify me to get a home, to own my own home?
So a credit score, essentially they recommend, like, a loan officer is the one who would dictate that, because by law, I cannot provide you that directly, because it's something that is, it's custom created, right? But good thing about credit scores is that they can be fixed. They do suggest, though, that with most loans, they will approve you anywhere between a 620 and above. So that's like that, if you're below 620, it doesn't mean that you can't afford a home. It just means that you have to work on the credit to pull up. That's it. The thing is that it's two big factors of you getting into purchasing a loan. It has to do with your income and it has to do with your credit score. A credit score can be fixed. The income level, though, that's the thing that we got to talk about, that I usually advise people. While we do work, the thing is that we forget, most people forget that, when you, especially with us, Pacifica, we usually live with our family members. And that income, when we put it all together, that's what allows us to gain it. But the thing is that when we talk to, say, a regular realtor or a real estate agent, they will get you to the loan officer, and the loan officer will only just ask for you and your husband or your wife. They don't take into effect that you actually do have children who work too. And when you actually put together the family income, it actually allows for you to gain the house. The thing I recommend that for most people is because right now, the way the market is, it's pretty expensive. The thing is, most people are not paying attention to is that it's inflation. It's starting to show signs now. And so while the houses are going up, our wages are also going to go up as well. And so I'm recommending people like, yeah, it's going to be expensive next year, but don't be too scared because your finances will grow. I promise you. The cost of living is raising here, which allows for us to have more income. And so, if we work together as families or as teams, it does allow us to take this stake in, so, and that's my biggest advice. So if you're asking for a credit score, 620 at least will be helpful. But of course, the more, the better. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much for sharing that with
You're welcome.
us. So have you well, I know you, but have you um sell any home to any Pacifica people?
I just got my license in April. So I could not actually perform being a realtor until last month. And so I am working with 4 potential buyers right now. But that has to do, well, actually, yeah, I do. I'm helping my uncle, actually. I'm helping my uncle who lives in Bellingham. I'm helping him get a house there. So, I mean, I'm willing to, I don't have any children or a husband. So it's easy for me to really assist people. And I like to spend my time helping people anyway. I've done enough for myself. So,
That is so amazing to hear. So do you go to any Samoan church?
um, currently I do not. I did go to a local one here in Tacoma, but I I don't want to, be well. No, to be diplomatic, of course, to be proper. But the thing is that I have my views when it comes to religion, and I just feel like when you are a head of a church, there should be some sort of education that you should have gone through to become a pastor. And so I had some difficulty trying to grasp the knowledge from that church just because of that. But currently, I do not have a church. I'm actually kind of church shopping. So, yeah.
Well, it's always, what we believe is, you know, it's going to affect us with our
Yeah.
beliefs and everything. So you got to be grounded at somewhere where you are comfortable and also you will grow, as well. Not only be
Yeah.
comfortable, but also grow spiritually and physically,
Yeah.
So you wanted to find a place of worship where you
Yeah.
are comfortable, but also grow too as well.
As well.
So
Yes.
we always dance. So my thing about this show is that this is not where it's not. Let me try to think of the right words that I don't get. I don't get backlash. But with this show, I don't have any like formalities to it. It's really open, laid back, and it's just conversation. Sometimes people get mad at me because I didn't give them the questions ahead of time, but
Yes.
that's not who I am. I wanted to see where you're at when I ask the questions. So, and then the other thing with this show, it's really I can just be me. I can't be anybody else but Allah. So one of the things that I had established with this show, anytime that I bring a guest on, we have to dance. So you
Oh,
cannot turn your camera off. This is like I'm putting you on the spot. So I picked this song because for one reason, the message is very simple and the message is very clear. So I called this the anthem for Afasa Song Afasa Mo. We don't own any copyrights to the song. We just wanted this song to be, so that when somebody's watching, it will bring joy to them. So I hope you're ready. But you and I will be dancing to the national anthem of Fasa Song Afasa Mo. Smile and be happy. So I will key us through and you will just follow along.
okay.
And if you are there too watching this show, you can dance with us. Ready?
Smile and be happy.
No.
Don't let nobody take this smile away.
Live life
Live life
to the front.
to the fullest, as if you're dying every day.
Freestyle.
But never take my soul. Sing it for me one more time. Sing this song and dance around to the beat. Let's stay strong and sing it loud so they can hear. You can take my body, but never take my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah. Smile and be happy. Don't let nobody take the smile away. Live life to the fullest, as if you're dying every day. Smile and be happy. Don't let nobody take the smile away. Live life to the fullest, as if you're dying every day.
I am so happy you're here with me, Charlene.
Oh, thank
so
you for
much
the
bringing
opportunity.
sunshine to this
Oh.
show tonight. Also, our sister Irene, thank you for always supporting us. You are our number one fan, and I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, if you are looking to buy a house, please contact Charlene Lewis. We will put her contact information in the comment section. So please explore, for us Pacifica people, especially my family, explore the fact that you can find security in buying a house instead of keeping on paying somebody else's mortgage, because
Yeah.
it's a mortgage plus that you're paying. So, but if you invest that money in paying your own home, there is a lot of positive from owning your own home. So I am actually looking. I was actually like, trying this whole week. I was actually coming up with a plan because I don't want to buy a home, but I wanted to see if, there's other options. But I wanted to own like something like a condo on the water or something like that. So I'm
Actually,
also looking for in that way. Um,
yeah, I have access to all of that. So
Yes,
yeah.
so maybe this is the connection because I am actually writing out my plan. I always wanted when I was a little girl. I love because I grew up in Guabac village where it's close to the ocean. So my
Yeah.
grandmother, every time that there's chaos or like so much, like I'm so frustrated, she will just sit with me on the beach because our house is right on the beach. And
Yeah.
I would always find myself calm to hear the sound of the water. So moving here in the state and especially in Washington, I had prayed and asked God to please bless me with a place where it can oversee the water. I don't care if it's an ocean, lake, or river. I really don't care. I just wanted a place that sits on the water. So if you are a prayer intercessor on this presentation right now, please put me on your prayer list because I know I believe in the power of prayer. So if you can pray for a need, I really am looking for a place, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I don't want to share. This is the only selfish thing that I ask. And I pray and ask God. I said, God, I'm gonna be so selfish. I don't want to share a bathroom with anybody else. I just wanted my own bathroom, and that's the only thing. Like I'm really intentional with my prayer and my plan. Like, please, Lord, I just wanted my own bathroom. Other people can have the other bathroom, but I just wanted my own bathroom. And a 2 bedroom sits on the water, so that is
Okay.
I'm looking for that. So if you are a prayer intercessor or prayer warrior on this presentation, please remember me as you pray. Please pray for me. And maybe this is the reason why you're on here, Charlene.
You
I
never know.
don't think I don't think that it was by accident. I always truly believe that whenever God puts somebody in my life, he is very intentional with people that he placed in my life. So I am a true believer in that. And tonight we have gained some knowledge about buying house. Do not be afraid. And who better for us to go to than our people that looks like us, because they can advocate for us, they can answer questions for us, and they can also walk us through the process. But I
Yeah.
know our people, you will have this mentality, oh, she's gonna find out I have a 500 score.
Yeah.
Those are, get away from that mentality.
Yeah.
But think about the mentality that, oh, it's really best to go to the people that look like us, because then they can advocate for us. They understand our struggle. They
Oh, yeah.
understand our culture, and they understand everything about us culturally. Because
But
I know, Charlene, some people will be saying, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to those, I don't want to
well,
go to a Samoan, because,
can I say something about it?
yes,
Okay, so the one thing that will allow you guys to, this is a thing that is very difficult for me to convey when I speak to our community, is that you have to understand that there is an agency law that allows me and keeps your information private. I'm a very private person when it comes to those things because I don't want people to know. I'm quite free with my information for myself. I've been through a lot of craziness, so I'm okay with showing how vulnerable I can be. But I know that not a lot of people are there, and that's okay. We're all entitled to feel comfortable where we're comfortable. But understand that my agency, if I work with you, that means nobody I was to see for what you have to give me. You know, your information that you tell me, it has nobody has any say and nobody gets to know any of that knowledge. Because because that right there, exactly what I'm glad you pointed it out, because that's exactly the thing that renders us from moving forward.
Because our people are missing out on opportunities and blessings because of
Yeah.
that mentality. I
Yes.
work with students in schools and I'm there to help. And I am by law bound by the school, like not to share information because, and I do not want to lose my job. So
Yeah.
therefore, parents were very upset because I'm the face that they see. And I'm like, why? I'm
Why?
here for you and I'm here especially for your child. Like,
Yeah.
why would you even think that? But just because one person hurt you in the past, telling everybody your business,
Yeah.
people, my community, my Pacifica and Samoan people, don't categorize us. Just because one person spread rumors about you doesn't mean that we will do that to you. And
Yeah.
if you feel that way, I'm telling you, you are going to be missed out on all opportunities and blessings that there is. Maybe a palangi will help you, but will not give you all the things that, that you are. I don't want to say the word entitled, but things that the blessings that God has in store for you.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out. There's a lot of hurting, our people. There's a lot of hurting, people from our community. And I
Yeah.
kind of, because I am one of those hurt people. I
I
was
can relate. I see it. I actually kind of recognize it. I see it too. I see that you post a lot of things in the
So
Pacifica
I
thing.
was hurt, but the thing is, I have to take care of that. So I if I am hurt, like from my family neglecting me and stuff like that, I said to myself, I cannot get better at anything because I'm carrying this behind my back. It's like I'm carrying, how you shove things in your purse and you put the more that you don't, the more you prolong talking to your family, like to take care of that hurt, the more you carry it with you in the more heavier it is. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can relate, but
I
that's how I
can.
see it. If I'm hurt from something that somebody said to me, and I don't say to that person, you know what, Charlene, you really hurt me by saying this. What did you mean when you said that to me? Because you
That's
wanted
right.
to find out what was the reason. Because sometimes our interpretation of things are not the same as the other person, especially the other person is not from the same culture as you. And here
Yeah.
you are, we're in our feelings and we took it personally. And then the
Yeah.
next thing you know, everybody else that comes your way, you ended up having this
Animal.
foul energy putting out
Yeah.
because you didn't take care of that. So what I'm trying to say, it's really easy and to the point. Take care of that wound before it gets before it has those, take care of those
Yeah.
before it gets deeper or get
Yeah.
infected.
That's
That's a
actually
good
pretty good.
metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I
Like
agree.
put a
I agree.
medicine of forgiveness on there, and put the medicine of kindness, and then add some ointment of love on there, and it will quickly heal. But if you put anger, bitterness, jealousy, all those negativity, it's gonna have an infection, and then when it turns into an infection, there's that we call it a load. There's that little liquid, yellowish liquid, and sometimes it stinks. That yellow
Yep.
liquid, it stinks. So what I'm saying is, if you have something that you carry, because then when you take care of that, everything else gonna fall in place.
Yep.
So like that, our culture, it's so, oh, ay fo isi Samoa, ilifialo si Samoa lang isi Faikakala. Now you categorize us as Faikakala just because you didn't take care of
Yeah.
that, thing,
And
with
I'm
that
so glad I
person.
came here. Thank you for inviting me. But
So,
yes,
and then all of a sudden, me and Charlene are falling into your category of Faikakala because you didn't take care of that. So, ladies, if somebody hurt you in the past, take care of it.
yes.
Like I said, that example, take care of that wound, because
Before
that
it
cut,
speaks.
if you put love and some kindness on there, and then add in a little bit of like your softness, and your add in all of that on your
Openness.
wound, it will quickly heal. But if you put in a negativity, bitterness, anger, jealousy, it's never going to heal. It's going to be infected, and it's going to create a low, and the next thing you know, who knows, maybe they will cut off your finger from the infection. So that's I don't know why I'm going there, but maybe there's someone on there that will hear this conversation. I have to say, I'm not perfect. I have been going through some major self um like self,
Reflection.
I have to look deep into my heart, and I have to give out forgiveness to people that have hurt me in the past, and I'm still in the process. It's a process. You cannot just like go. It's a process. You have to sit down, calm yourself down, and pray before you do all this process, because it's not easy, because it's your process. And then when you go to ask forgiveness from the other person, and they come at you and raise hell, you don't raise hell, because you prepared, and you stay calm and say, this is my process. I am here because I wanted forgive. I wanted either you give forgiveness, or the other person will ask forgiveness of you. So it's a process. It's never, even to buying a home, it's a process. First, you got to go and look for a home that you want. Don't go look for a home that it looks good from the outside, and then in the inside it's something else. And then I always ask people, pray and ask God for guidance. um most show they don't say that, but for me, hey, I am saved by grace. People, my grandmother prayed for me constantly, continuously when I was little, and she would drag my hair to prayer meeting at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I always did not understand until now. I understand why she was so intentional in praying. She was praying for me. I'm falling asleep in the church, and she was praying with the elders. So if you believe in everything, and if you have strong faith in God, hey, prayer can solve everything. I'm just saying. Okay, well, I'm not here. Oh, I'm not a preacher. I'm so sorry. I'm not a preacher. I don't know why I was touching on that, because
Manila.
I wanted you to know, because I've heard that you know what, Samoa, Olfekakala, like us in places where, we can offer you resources, and we can be a great resource to you, but just because that you categorize everybody under that title, and there's this saying I heard: when one Samoa tells one to someone else, then the whole community will know. That may be true, but there's people that carries the confidentiality in their
Mhm.
hearts because our job, we first of all, we
More
never want to
valuable
lose our
to keep
job.
it. Yeah.
And you are not paying my rent and I'm not paying yours, so therefore I want to keep my job. But I wanted
Yeah.
to acknowledge there's some great Samoan families that we were helping with in the school system that were so respectful and acceptive of us, so that is such a blessing. And then also too, the major thing that I know is that our culture, like even myself, we before I can open my mouth and tell you, oh, such and such and this and this, before I can do that, the you know, our works, that's why whenever somebody accuses me of something, I always say to myself, my works, my good works will be the testimony to who I am. So
Yes.
your good works will follow you. But if you do bad, well, hey,
Will you
I
too?
don't know what's going to follow you, but your good works, as long as you're good, like doing good for the community and being honest and being truthful,
Consistent.
you can never go wrong.
Yeah,
Nothing can
I
go
believe
wrong.
that.
I just wanted to let you know.
You're awesome.
So I know my daughter Rosalia is watching. Leah, I love you so much. I am keep on pressing forth and helping the community because it's the right thing for me to do. I cannot be stingy with the talents that I have in me to offer out to the community. So you will always see me helping our community. So Leah, I just wanted to say I love you with all my heart. And then also not only my daughter, but all my daughters, because I have three. I have Rosalia, Ronale, Racheline. All of you, I love you with all my heart. Doesn't mean that I'm favoriting Leah because I just wanted to let you two know that this show is dedicated to Rosalia. So I am going to ask Charlene for some last word of wisdom before we close tonight. But Charlene, I will definitely send you all the stuff that we have. And if you are free on Saturday after you get off work, our food truck is going to be at APCC
Okay.
from 12:30 to 2. 12:30 to 2. And
Okay.
if you have
Okay.
brochures to give out to families about, what you do, more than welcome to bring it because we have a care package to go to everybody that comes through. So that's another way to let everybody know.
Okay.
So if you
Nice.
have brochures about who you are and what you do, then hey, more than welcome to bring it and we can hand it out with our care package.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, so any last words?
Um, I don't know about much wisdom really, but as far as for the opportunity to speak and actually understand what's going on with the community, I really appreciate you for that. So thank you. And I really do hope that I can be a part of, the changes in our community and be able to impact our youth as well. That would be lovely. I would want nothing more than to be able to do that. Actually, that's really been my biggest goal lately. So thank you. That's really all I have for you is thank you.
There is a lot of programs that we are part of, and it will greatly need you to be part of. We are getting ready to launch our 2021-2022 ELO program. It's a program inside the school. So we go and teach school, not school, students in the after school program. So that
Mhm.
also, and that's an opportunity. Or if you wanted to be a mentor to our high school, we have a plot program. It's a youth program for high school students. So that's another way. But for now, if you have a man, I'm talking about men. If you, because I don't have one, so I'm pretty
I don't
sure
either.
there's many out there, and you want it to be sharpened with the word of God, that is so much better than watching football and watching golf and playing video games, because I've seen a lot of our men are into playing video games. If you have a man and you wanted to impart some blessing or invest in your man, we are having a men leadership summit at Good Samaritan Church on Friday at 6 p.m. and then Saturday, I think they start at 8 with breakfast. So not only that we will feed you physically food, but we're also gonna feed your spiritual side as well. So our
Nice.
church is doing a men's summit, leadership summit. We all wanted our men to be leaders. That's one of our goal, and that is one of our prayer, is for our men to be leaders in their home. Do you know that our Polynesian men are leaders by,
Naturally
you know,
been.
when they were when they, come up, because we are leaders, growing up. So we are leaders, by birth and everything. So men, if you are looking to sharpen some of your skills and talents and everything, join Good Samaritan. They are having a summit leadership. We have a special guest all the way from San Diego. And then we also have another special guest all the way from Africa. Alex
Wow.
Tuyasopo, just kidding. He's not from Africa. He's local. So we have some pastors that put together this leadership summit. So come be, have fun. It's the main
Is it
thing
a gentleman's only?
it's only gentlemen for this time, because
Okay.
we wanted our men's, because there's so much chaos in our country right now. And we wanted our men to be those priesthood that stand their ground and say, devil, not this family. You can touch everywhere else, but not this family. That's what we wanted our men's to be able to say. So come on, come show up, and come ready, come hungry for the we will feed you. That, if you know Good Samaritan Church, we put on some great breakfast. Oh, and I'm not cooking any breakfast. Don't trust my cooking. We have some wonderful ladies that has the talent of cooking, including our spiritual mother. They can put on some great breakfast stuff. Do you want to know what my job is on that day? I'm the one who's greeting everybody that's coming in. So I will be the first face that you see when you come in to the summit. So come on, come hungry, come ready. Don't forget your word. Don't forget your weapon, because it's really nice and important for you to bring your word with you. Please do not depend on your cell phone. I know there's Bible apps on your phone, but it's really nice. And while you're at it, grab a pen and a notebook for your notes, because our brains can only hold so much. So therefore, men's, come join us on Friday and Saturday. Maybe down the line we will host a women's summit. It's always nice to have a women's summit. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to and everything. So
Yeah.
Charlene, I am so blessed and humbled to have you as a guest tonight. And since you're local, don't think that this is the only time that you will appear back on this show. I am always welcome to have you. We can go host together. You can physically come with me and be here. This place is in SeaTac. So I drive up here every Thursday to do the show. So if you're ever available on a Thursday, we can physically be here and do the show together.
I would love that. I would
Yeah,
love that.
it's
Yeah.
fun. It's really fun, and it's like I said, with this show, I call it Fasasanga Fasamoa, because I wanted people to have an opportunity to lay back and just, conversate. And then dance and do whatever we want to do. It's an open but also fun for our community to know what's going on and what resources. So I wanted to walk everything. I want to walk everything because the Culture Day is coming up. So
Yeah.
we have some amazing lineup of stuff. So the Culture Day. Do you have a calendar?
It's
Can you tell me? I forgot my calendar.
what day? Which day?
The last week of July.
The
So Sunday,
25th.
the 25th, July 25th, that is our church service. If you are someone, you know everything we do, we start with God, end with God. So Sunday, July 25th is the church service. July 26th, which is a Monday, it's a youth gospel night. July 27, Tuesday, July 27, it's youth empowerment. And we are asking all the youth from Seattle all the way down to Lacey and Olympia, please bring your youth to our youth empowerment day on that day, July 27. Then July 28, it is our Samoan Idol. If you are on here and if you have a talent, please sign up on Asia Pacific Culture Center or on Facebook. There's the Samoan Idol. You can just search Samoan Idol on Facebook and you can sing. They have some amazing prize. First prize, it's $1,000 and a ticket for you to travel anywhere Alaska to go to. Second place, $750. Third place, $500. Fourth place, $450, and the last price I think is $250. And they have some amazing. So signed up. We are still in search of people with talent. I probably going to enroll if you are all not going to sign up. I'm gonna sign up. So if you know of people, Charlene, that can sing, anybody share, you have to be Samoan. Even if you have a speck of Samoan in you, you qualify as Samoan.
Right?
And then Thursday, you will see me and my girl Charlene modeling at the fashion show, Samoan fashion show. We have a guest, a designer, Alu, all the way from Utah, that's going to join us on that day, and also a designer from LA. So I'm looking forward. I am so looking forward for the fashion show. And then Friday, it's our dinner. If you would like to purchase a ticket and sit at my table, it's $50 a ticket, and we will let you know of where it's going to be at. And then Saturday, it's the big, huge celebration put together by Big Ooze. Oh, the fashion show is sponsored by Asia Pacific Culture Center and also Islander with Penelope Tinitali. So if you have if you're a hair designer or makeup, contact Penelope. She is also on Facebook. Oh So Islander. And then Friday is the dinner. Saturday, it's closing out with performances, food festival. All of these events are going to be physical and also Facebook Live. So check out all our lineup, and that is the end of July going into August. So there you have it. There I say it. If you wanted to be if you wanted to be part of something big that's going on, don't forget to ask. If you wanted your youth to join us gospel night, all you have to do is contact us at 253-383-3900. And then as of tonight, I wanted to say I am honored and humble to be your host for Fa'asausaunga Fa'asamoa, and also to have my sister Charlene Lewis on here to talk about buying a house. So if you need that resource, let us know. We will post Irene's information on the comment section, and then also I will put her flyer together with her information on it for you all. But for tonight, everyone, that is all for our show. Please pray for me to get that 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, overseeing the ocean as part of your prayer request. Please pray for me. Other than that, from all of us here, I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love you. Be safe, be safe, be safe, and see you next Thursday. Talofa.
Talofa.
Si ilelalolangi aiwangalo yatea ule sili sili ese ilelangi eyuin osavali ile kongisa esa